welcome to Becker's Banter. Get that right, Jenna Nicole Baker. Oh yeah, to my left, Jenna Nicole Baker with Valerie Ann Baker.
Hello.
And I don't know what his last name is. What's up, Mr. Alex?
What's up, Mr. Derek?
You don't know his last name?
It's hella cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you mean Bolly Cool?
What?
I think you said bald and cool.
Oh, I thought you said ballin' cool. I'm like, yeah, ballin' and cool. But, yes, that's why I'm not on the camera.
Oh my goodness.
It's too shiny.
Okay, then.
That's because Ellis saw Derek earlier and said, nice haircut. And then you said what? Like, you got a haircut too?
I was like, yeah, I got one too. He was like, you don't got hair. What do you mean?
Yeah.
What hair did you cut, buddy?
Derek's like, you're bald. Ellis is like, all right, thanks, bro.
Yeah, well, some people rock it and some people don't.
I do, yeah.
He rocks it.
I have a good head shape for it, thankfully.
There you go.
I like your Coach G.
Boom.
Okay.
All right. We've got some topics to get into.
Yes, before we hop into that,
Oh,
we have
First transition blown.
not yet.
Okay.
tell us.
We have two shout outs. Number one is Mr. Kodakai, and the other is Becky Lynch. First, we can start with Kodakai. I watched her interview on TikTok. It was a good interview, and I gotta admit, she is a loyal friend.
Good.
Loyal friend.
Bailey needs a loyal friend.
And I think we needed the Dakota Kai on SmackDown right now. I understand she's out. Is rehabbing her knee. That's totally fine and dandy. But we need Dakota Kai back. Hashtag free Dakota Kai.
Free Dakota Kai. Okay.
From the knee brace.
So,
Freer
Dakota,
from the doctors.
yeah, thank you for that. Dakota, if you are listening, we need your help right now. Your friend Bailey is not doing so well because Io Sky and the Bulky Warriors turned their backs on Bailey. It was mature. I wasn't happy for that. Please come back, Dakota Kai. Bailey really needs you so bad. Moving on to Miss Becky Lynch.
At least he moved on when I asked him to.
That's true.
That's true. Becky, I understand you have history. You inherited back with damage control. I get that now. I understand this, Becky, because the reason I cheer you on last night, I did that for you. You're in inner chamber because of me.
Oh.
And now I am handing you the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania. So, Becky, do me the solid. Please go to SmackDown. Please be on Bailey's side because Bailey is not doing good right now.
Becky, we need your help.
We need you, Becky. Please go to SmackDown and help Bailey.
Okay.
That's
moving
all
on.
I need.
Okay.
Now we're moving on.
We want Becky.
Let me
Okay.
tell you something.
We want you, Becky.
Let me tell you something about some loyal friends. So I was in New Orleans this weekend, and Friday night when these incidents you're talking about went down,
Yep.
3 of your friends reached out to me to warn me that you were going to have a bad night. Jacob and Jared both texted me to let me know that
Shout out to Jared and Jacob.
that EO was going to turn and then did turn on Bailey, and that you were going to be upset about it. And then our boy James Draws actually called me, and I had a very funny conversation with James. I said, James, did you call Derek? He said, no, I was scared to do that. He said, I knew he was going to be really upset. And
Smart.
I was like,
You're smart, James.
yeah, that was probably a smart move, James. You know, he probably is pretty upset about that.
You know what? He took it pretty well, actually. I expected, because I sat there with him because you called me.
Yeah. So once I found out, I texted the fam and I was like, anybody home with Derek? Because he's about to get real mad.
Yeah. But he really took it pretty well. He's not happy. I'm not saying you're happy, but
I am not happy what Eagle Sky did.
no, and I'm not either. But you took it very calmly.
I took Eagle Sky to the limit last year. I handed her the Miss Money in the
Really?
I handed her the Money in the Bank contract at Money in the Bank.
That's so impressive considering he was not at Money in the Bank.
Yeah, well, it's
Fair.
like a keyboard warrior, but he's like a
Mouth warrior.
or a couch warrior.
He's a couch warrior. That's so true.
Well, I am way better of the Bookie Warriors.
There you go.
Kabuki.
Anyway, I handed her the Money in the Bank briefcase. At SummerSlam, I handed her the opportunity to become the WWE Women's Championship at SummerSlam
All right.
last year.
We're gonna
Now she repays me this.
we're gonna talk about this during the weekly wrestling wrap up. Let me tell you a funny
Yes.
story. So I was in New Orleans this weekend, and it was my first Mardi Gras experience from New Orleans. So Mardi Gras is actually this coming weekend. By the time this podcast comes out, it will have already occurred. But the Mardi Gras in New Orleans, that they have parades for 20 days or something wild. But the weekend
It is
that I
coming up
went,
the year of it.
it was very cool. The weekend that I went is more like when the locals celebrate Mardi Gras. So it's a much more toned down version of the big event, which I was very much okay with, because apparently the area we were in is shoulder to shoulder people the following weekend, and it was crowded but not obnoxious. So I was happy about that. And we still got to see a lot of cool floats. And we got to...
I know. I saw a lot.
Did
on
you
your
see my
Snapchat.
pictures?
Every single one on Snapchat.
There was a Winnie the Pooh float.
Winnie the Pooh one is pretty cool.
Cruella DeVille.
Cruella DeVille.
Did you see the one with the rollers? It looked like Mom.
See, Ryan, you're not the only one outed on the podcast, but
Well,
Well,
at least-
Mom wears rollers in her hair.
At least
okay?
you can have rollers.
well, there's that.
Mom wears rollers in her hair.
Pros
wear
and cons to
rollers.
everything.
I didn't out a picture of you.
No,
You
that
wear
would
rollers.
piss
No,
me
that's my
off.
job.
Oh. I
back
can't
up.
send you a
Ellis, hella
picture.
not cool.
I can send you a picture of the float, and that pretty much,
Mhm.
you can use your imagination. It's pretty accurate.
Yeah,
I sent it to you. I was like,
I know.
I sent it to Mom and our group text with Mom and Katie G and Phoebe, and I was like, look, it's the Valerie float.
A Valerie float.
But each parade has a king and a queen, and they are, wow.
I'm so laughing at me.
I'm glad I made you laugh.
Thank you.
So each parade has a king and a queen, and so they're very elaborate costumes. It was just so impressive. I did ask. I was there with some people who are from New Orleans and have lived there for a long time, and I said, do they recycle these floats? And they do use a lot of them again year after year. They just maybe give them a makeover or paint them a different color or things like that. But these things are like
They have-
double-decker buses. They have beads lined up behind all the people, and they just turn around, pick up a pair of beads, and toss it at you. There's beads everywhere. We got all sorts of different things. We did get a magnet, which we were really excited about because that was like a good little trinket to bring home, and now it's on our fridge. But they have all these wild beads. One of the beads I got had a big lion on it. There was actually, Derek, there was some flags, and I tried really hard to get one for you, but I did
That's
not
okay.
succeed
That's
at the
okay.
flag.
Janet, that's okay. What Eagles got to me was matured. I was very upset about that. When you're trying to get a flag for me, I am not upset about that.
Okay, well, thank you for not being upset with me. But I
You're
did get to try some authentic Cajun food.
Yeah, what'd you have?
Yes.
How was it?
I had a delicious jambalaya.
Oh my God, I am so jealous right now. How you guys did a me? That's so not fair.
He
Well-
likes jambalaya.
Well, our friends, they have a condo on St. Charles Avenue, which is where all the floats go down. So it was nice because we were out there, but then we had a place where we could go in and go to the bathroom. And so they had food set up inside, and her mom had made jambalaya, and it was delicious. And then, this is the funny story. So she had made jambalaya and she had made tamales. And
You're me kidding me right now.
Tamales. So as I go to try a tamale.
My God, I'm so jealous right now.
I say to my friend, I'm like, I don't know if I've ever had a real tamale.
I don't think I have.
And
do you save one for me?
No, I didn't. I wasn't able to bring one home
Jada!
for you. Derek, there was no way I was going to bring one home for you, bro. So
Just imagine a tamale sitting in your suitcase for like 12 plus hours.
yeah, it would be smushed and not work out well.
No, your
So,
clothes would be ruined.
I learned something about tamales. And as I'm saying, you know, I don't think I've ever tried a tamale. I go to eat one. You know, it's in this big hot plate thing. I pull off the lid. I pick up the tamale.
You didn't take a bite of the husk thing, did
I
you?
took a bite of the husk.
Hell yeah.
I had, yeah.
Packed with fiber.
Turns out my teeth didn't go through the husk.
Yeah, I imagine not.
And
Imagine
as
that.
soon as I got it in my mouth and took
She
a
was
bite,
like, no.
I was like, oh, this feels wrong. And then they all turn around and start laughing at me. And I am just cracking up. They're like, you're supposed to take the husk off. And I was like, I just said I've never had a real tamale. I had no idea you couldn't. I just thought it was like some sort of crust. I didn't realize it was like wrapped in it.
Yeah.
And Jana,
Well, it turns.
that's karma not bring me one.
There you go.
Okay, well, there you go. So, yeah. You've never had a real tamale, but you
I've
knew
never,
there was
no,
a husk.
but I knew that they were wrapped in husks that are removed. I knew that.
I didn't know, and I tried.
So
to,
was it good?
It was
After
very
you
good.
Got to the right part of the tamale.
It was very good. Well, I mean, it worked out. I just kind of slid the tamale out of the husk, and then I unwrapped it and had the rest of it. And then the rest of the tamales I ate that weekend was.
You did
I
them properly.
did take them out of the husks after that. But I was cracking up. I was like, this is just like so. That's such a me move.
Yeah.
Of course I did that.
Yeah.
Like just duh. But yeah, it was unfortunately pretty rainy on Saturday, which was the day we had the majority of the parades. But we all were prepared with our rain jackets. It held off. It rained really bad in the late afternoon and all evening. But it was lighter rain throughout the day while we were out. And we had some delicious frozen margaritas. I had two
now
strawberry
I'm jealous.
frozen margaritas, and they were very, very good.
Jealous.
And there's these things called king cakes.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh, you know I'm jealous now.
I'll tell you what,
Did you find the baby?
I did not find the baby. So you know about these things.
I know.
didn't know about
I've lived
the-
a few more years than you.
I didn't know about the baby.
We had king cakes brought into our elementary school.
I'd
Oh,
never
yeah.
had a king cake until this weekend. But there's these big cakes, Derek. They're kind of in the shape of like a long donut,
Dang.
but because they don't have a middle, they're a round.
It's like a
thing.
ring.
It's like an ovular ring.
Yeah.
And there's in the king cake, there's this itty bitty baby. It's like this big. It's a little plastic baby. And whoever finds the baby has good luck for the rest of the year.
Oh man,
So
you should have
I
dug for
kept
that
telling
baby.
everybody, I need the baby.
I'm
Man, 2024 hasn't been very nice to me yet. I need the baby. But unfortunately, I did not find the baby. So,
You thought it inappropriate to eat the whole cake?
yeah, I didn't think it was necessary
I
to go
was gonna say, if
digging
you swallow
through.
the baby, it's probably bad luck, right?
Yeah.
Just
if you do.
unknowingly.
Swallowing the baby would be a problem, but
Yeah.
finding the baby is apparently good luck. But if you find the baby, then you have to bring the king cake the following year.
Oh, well, that might be hard for you. So
Yeah, that would be tough considering I don't know where you find them here.
Well,
but
they're around.
I'm sure we
but
have them.
Tanner may or may not still be down there.
Well, that's true. There's that.
Now you're sure.
So it was very fun. If Tanner is still down there, I would happily go that weekend again because it was.
Maybe
It
we'll
was a
get
lot of
an
fun.
invite, Derek.
Derek would not
Please.
like New Orleans as much as I do. We do a lot of walking in New Orleans.
I know, but if we were to be able to go to Mardi Gras in that way with a kind of a mild Mardi Gras at somebody's home, that might be a little bit more.
It was still a lot of walking.
I'm sure.
It's a wild statement you just made. A mild Mardi Gras. I feel like there's no such thing.
Yeah. Well, I did actually say to somebody that St. Louis has the second largest Mardi Gras because
Heck
that's
yeah,
what
we
I've
do.
always been told. And they took offense to that and told me that Mobile has the second largest Mardi Gras. So
Ew.
Maybe we'll have to look that up. Look it up.
There
Here's
aren't
the
even.
thing.
There's not even like 100 people in Mobile, Alabama.
I did do a Google search, and Google did tell me that I was right. But apparently they did a Google search and sent it to my friend, and they also were able to find it where they were right. So I don't know.
So Google's lies, depending upon how you slant, I think.
Yeah.
The neighborhood that ours is in is literally French for drunkard. Soulard that's what it means. So like we beat them. Mobile, they can.
Yeah.
do what they
I mean,
want.
I like to stick to what I know, but I did offend somebody with that comment for
We're
sure.
not trying to offend,
Yeah.
trying to make friends.
So have you seen all this conspiracy about the Super Bowl and Taylor Swift?
No.
No.
So Taylor Swift's favorite number is 13.
I didn't know that. I thought it was 22.
It's a big deal. No, it's 13. She was born.
I don't know about you. I feel like it's 22.
She was born on December 13th. Her 13th birthday was on Friday the 13th. 13 has always been her lucky number. It's very well known for people who are Swift fans. And get this. They're playing the 49ers. 4 plus 9. 13.
13.
Oh my god.
Well, that's
They're
funny.
playing on.
That is so funny.
Wait, there's more.
Hold on.
They're playing on February 11th.
13. 2 plus 11 is 13.
The Chiefs are a 3 seed and the 49ers are a 1 seed.
1, 3, 13.
And it's Super Bowl 58. 5 plus 8.
13.
Wild.
My favorite stat that I've seen about the Super Bowl is that
Guess who?
Wait a minute.
Wait,
Derek.
let Ellis finish his statement.
the moon is going to be a waxing crescent, and in the last 20 games the Chiefs have played under a waxing crescent. They've won 19 of the 20.
But I did see
Cute
that
story.
Purdy, his number is 13.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy.
Brock
Mhm.
Purdy. So
What were you going to say, D?
Guess who is the 49ers fan?
Who's a 49ers
You.
fan? Bailey.
Bailey.
Heck yeah,
Bailey
Bailey.
and Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Heck
Bailey
yeah.
is-
All right, I'm on the Roman bandwagon now, Derek.
Oh no.
Good.
Bailey is a 49ers fan. I've seen lots of posts about
Yep, I
about
saw her.
that.
I'm pretty sure she gave a belt to George Kittle.
Yeah.
Dog.
I saw a little interview with George Kittle and his
Mhm.
wife, and
They're great.
I
Fantastic couple.
yeah.
Well, Kristen Juszczyk got a licensing deal with the NFL
That
Oh,
is
nice.
awesome. Good
after
for
all
her.
that hype with her cool clothes.
Way to
so
go,
that's pretty
Kristen.
cool.
Well,
Congratulations, girl.
On-
She is. I looked her up, and watched some of her stuff. she's
She's
super
talented.
talented and so creative.
Oh, amazing.
She made a bodice or a I don't know, bustier kind of looking thing
Like
out of
I
a
don't
football.
know. I don't know what you're talking about.
What's the other word?
Romper?
No.
No, it's
Bando?
like a bra you wear on the outside.
It's
They make
like
those?
a corset.
Yeah, like a corset that was made of a football. She cut
Oh.
apart a football.
That's kind of nuts.
Look it up. I'm sure you can find a picture.
I need to figure out how to spell Juszczyk first.
Juz. That's all I got. Did you hear the sad news in the country music world today?
No.
Toby Keith passed away.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
62.
I was going to say he's pretty young.
He had cancer.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, he's
Wow.
been fighting cancer for a long time. I always knew Toby Keith because of Papa.
Yeah, he liked him.
Well,
Whoa.
Papa
before
Warren loved Toby Keith.
we jumped into that, Bailey,
Go Niners.
knock it off.
Oh.
Knock it off. I'm going to stay every night.
One step too far, Ellis.
Bailey, if you are listening to this podcast right now, the best man and best woman win.
There you go.
There you go.
That's
Best
fair.
team. Go Chiefs.
But yeah, I was pretty bummed to hear about Toby
Go
Keith.
Kansas City Chiefs and go 49ers.
They had him
Wait,
on
that-
the... Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, whatever.
Yep.
They had him on the Bobby Bones show not too long ago, and he was, when I saw him, I didn't know at the time yet that
Yeah.
he had cancer, but when I saw him, a picture of him on the Bobby Bones show, I was like, oh my gosh, like,
He does not look well.
I was startled by how he looked because that's just not the Toby Keith I was used to seeing. And then when I listened, I found out that he had cancer. I didn't realize that he was that sick, though, because that was only a couple months ago, probably.
That's very sad.
He was on there. So
the coach's artist name?
Toby
Keith.
Toby Keith.
What song were you singing earlier, Ellis?
Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue.
Yeah.
My friend said that we should change the national anthem to that as opposed to the Star Spangled Banner. It's a little outdated.
And he's Friends in Low Places too, right?
No, that's Garth Brooks.
That's Garth Brooks.
He's
You're
Red
right.
Solo Cup.
Red
though.
Solo Cup.
Yeah,
I knew there was
those
a
are the
big
two
one
big
that Derek
ones.
would know.
Red Solo Cup.
I'll
drink you up. Let's have a party.
Yeah. So that's sad. On a happier note, I have a very nice message from a Baker Banter follower that I would like to share with you. This is from Craig.
Well, before you
Second transition blown.
Why do you do this to me, bro?
is that I just want
Brother
to say,
stuff.
all Coachers fans, we're so sorry what happened to Mr. Kobe. That's very sad.
Toby.
Anyway, proceed.
Toby.
Mr. Toby Keith.
Toby.
Kobe.
Toby.
You got this.
Toby.
There you go. He was a great man. He was a huge advocate for the services.
Big military guy.
Big military guy.
And you have a very sweet heart, Derek.
Yeah. Okay,
Thank
can
you.
I read this message from Craig now?
Anyway, let's hear from Greg.
Craig. Man, he's struggling with the names
Craig.
today. All right.
Toby.
I'm gonna go ahead and read this.
Go ahead.
He said, I have a 12-year-old brother who is autistic and absolutely loves Derek. I mean,
Thank you. That's very sweet. Proceed.
his brother's name is Zach. I did ask because he did not
Nice to meet you, Zach.
say his name in this message. But every morning he runs in to ask us to turn on Baker Banter to see if you guys uploaded. And last night, before you guys went into the wrestling event, you were sitting in the car. He absolutely sat there and watched every minute of your live. I think that was when we were headed into Royal Rumble. Derek is an inspiration, as I said, in your life to him, and makes him try to be a better person every day. Maybe dives. It says he drives with the Olympics, but I think maybe dives with Special Olympics is what it was supposed to say. He's in all the sports, and he does, and now even does it in school. So I just want to let you know that what you guys share on social media, all the laughter, all the tears, all the fighting between you guys, it does not go unnoticed. And for a 12-year-old boy, he absolutely adores every single one of you. And we appreciate it very much. And maybe one time if we're out your way, he might get lucky and be able to meet Derek one day. But if not, just know that you have a big fan here in Georgia that absolutely adores you. He also can't wait to turn 21 to have a beer with the boys like Derek has had in videos. Please know that your videos touch many people and make his day so much better. Many more blessings to you guys in 2024. So that was from Craig and his brother, Zach.
Wow. That's absolutely very sweet to say that.
Brought tears to my eyes.
That is sweet, right?
That's very sweet. Plus, then
Making mom cry.
making my mom cry today, so that's what I don't need today.
Yeah, so sometimes this gets hard doing this
Yeah.
and putting ourselves out there all the time. And then we met that couple yesterday with the new baby.
I know. I was going to talk about that. So let's talk about our time at Raw. So we did get to meet a lot of really
Monday Night Raw
awesome.
time.
We did get to meet a lot of really awesome people before Raw. We got there early. We posted where we were. Allison actually came with us last night, Ellis. And
Saw that.
Are you
Huge
good?
wrestling fan now.
yeah. And
Are you good?
I'm okay. Just give me a minute.
yeah, she's just wiping her tears. She's fine.
Okay. You may proceed with your
Thank you.
Raw.
And it was funny at one point when we had like an actual line lined up behind us. Allison was like, "What in the world?"
I know.
And I
It's
said,
crazy.
What's going on here?
Because the first time Allison came with us, we like didn't have that much time ahead of time. We didn't get to like post up and say like, "Here we are." And so she just like, we walked to our seats. He got recognized, but not
Yeah, it
like
wasn't
yesterday. And then yesterday she was like, oh my goodness, what in the heck? She said she's had 9 new people follow her on Instagram. And I was like, that's what happens when you hang out with a celebrity.
Derek Baker in the house.
But we met this amazing couple.
Daniela Baker is ready for Springfield, Missouri. So if you're from Springfield, Missouri, if you are going to AEW Collision Rampage, we will post up there.
Okay, we're not going to AEW in Springfield.
She's lying.
Okay,
Mom and I
work this
and
one
Katie.
out later.
Well,
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
Don't get your hopes up though.
You don't get your hopes up. Mom and I are talking about it. But we're going to talk to Katie. It's going to be super fun. So we will post up and Springfield, Missouri. Let's do it.
Okay, we'll see about that. But we met this really awesome couple, and the wife walked up to us and said, excuse me, my husband is your biggest fan.
Yeah, she did.
And then we
That's
started
awesome.
talking to them, and then she told us that they actually have a 2-year-old daughter who has Down syndrome.
Imogene.
Imogene.
What's her
Imogene
name?
is her name,
Nice.
which is Eric's mom's name. Although
Really?
they said it, we said Imogene, or Eric's mom was Imogene, but their little girl is Imogene, and they showed us a picture.
I think it's Imogene. That's how she pronounced it. Imogene.
Oh, well, maybe.
I don't know.
But
Either
anyway,
way.
she was precious.
Oh, she was so adorable.
And her parents were so nice, and
I love
it was
that.
all I could do not to hug the mom. I
You
probably
probably-
should have just said, "Can I give you a hug?"
You probably could have hugged her.
But they were so
You
kind.
should give her a hug.
They were very kind, and they said a lot of really nice things. And mom said, like, you know, I wanted the baby from the king cake because things have been a little rough this year and not gotten off to the best start. And sometimes what we do, there's a lot of uncertainty, and it's not very easy to continue doing what we do all the time. And we depend on a lot of other people to make it possible. And meeting people like that couple last night, and then hearing these messages like from Craig and Zach, this is why we keep doing what we do. And Allison even had tears in her eyes last night listening to the mom say what she was saying about how much seeing our family on the internet makes their life easier and makes her feel more confident that they are going to be just fine. And they are going to be just fine. But being able to be a place where people like that can come for comfort and laughs and to feel like they belong to, and like there are people like them out there, like that is exactly why we created this platform. And because Derek's always wanted to be a celebrity, but
And he's funny as shit. But
yeah,
I mean, it's just, yeah. I mean,
Thank you for that compliment.
you are funny as shit. But I mean, I just, like, she blew me away she just completely blew me away. And then you read Craig's message, and emotions are high
yeah,
today for other reasons as well. So there you go. They spilled out over.
yeah. Well,
But in my emotions, what Eagle Sky did to
Oh,
the
I
man.
know.
we know.
I
Ellis, we
know.
actually met somebody that you know.
Really?
Yeah, Drew.
Really?
You work with him at the game show?
My dog. Yeah, Drew's the man.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Well,
He
that's funny.
actually-
Dakota is my dog.
Oh my God. He actually did an
Love you,
impression of
Dakota
you,
guy.
Oh, really?
and it was impressive.
Wow.
Allison started cracking up. Allison was like, that was a really good impression of Ellis.
Drew's
We
like
were
the best host there. He's incredible. But I need to see this impression. What did he say? What did he do?
I don't know if we got it on camera. I don't know that we had started vlogging yet at that point. He was one of the very first people that came up and said hi to us.
Nice.
But he said something about how, well, because I said, oh, we need to make sure we tell Ellis that we met you.
Mhm.
And then Allison said, you know, it should be easy since his name is Drew and your brother's name is Drew.
Right.
And then he did an impression of you saying something about how his name is Drew and how you working with him.
Mm-hmm.
He said it was about your brother's name being Drew and his name being Drew. And he was like doing an impression of you as he was.
Oh, I
making
can't wait
this
to see this
statement.
impression this weekend.
And we were like, that was a good impression of Ellis.
Okay, so when do I get to come, like, play Family Feud or something at your game show place?
Oh, whenever you'd like. I also do, I just found out a little bit ago, but I can do free friends and family shows.
Yeah, we should come do, like, Family Feud Like the Bakers versus somebody else.
Yeah.
Well, you
but I
don't
think we
just do
gotta
Family
vlog
Feud.
it.
You do a bunch of stuff.
Okay, whatever.
I was saying,
yeah.
I did tell Jenna it's all considered like intellectual property, so we're not allowed to do video for real.
Oh.
Yeah, but maybe they'll make an exception.
Maybe.
You
Talk
gotta,
to him.
you gotta
Derek's
ask.
a superstar. I know. I'll ask.
You gotta
but,
ask.
eh.
You gotta make
Yeah.
that.
Well,
ask.
it'll give him some exposure too.
Oh, exactly.
But
That'd be super fun.
yeah, so that was
That is
funny.
super cool.
But we did get to meet a lot of really cool people. We got to talk to a lot of awesome people. We got to see some friends that we've met at other shows before. So Takayan. Yeah, this guy
Sounds like a
Takayan,
wrestler.
we've seen him at like 3 or 4 shows now. He's from Colombia. I don't
Which
know.
we didn't realize.
Yeah.
Columbia, Missouri.
Nice.
He comes in for the
Tayo.
shows. We saw him at A&W in January and then just saw him again.
And then they do this during commercial breaks. They do like different things on the screen and stuff. And they do a universal dance cam during one of the commercial breaks. And they did the dance cam. And then there he was, Takayan, on the cam.
Dancing?
Or no. He was actually on the sign cam.
The sign cam.
Because he had what did his sign say? His sign said, I'm Dom's prison
Probation
parole
officer.
I'm
I don't know where you're going
Yeah.
with that.
I'm Dom's parole officer. That's what it said.
Yeah, it was funny.
And then he also told us when we saw him at AEW, he was on the floor and he like got into it with one of the wrestlers.
Well,
What did he say?
it appeared from our perspective that maybe he was trash talking somebody and they were having a little, trash
Tiff.
talk going on. But actually, I guess what happened was this wrestler, he just yelled at the guy and said, "Man, you look thirsty." He's like, "Give me your water." And he said he took my water and sprayed it all over himself and then kind of threw it back at me. But it was all in, it really
All
wasn't
in
trash
good fun.
talking, But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, he's a nice kid. He always says hello, and we always
It's
get
at least
excited
the
to
third
see him.
time we've
yeah.
seen him, maybe even 4th.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was fun. We did get to see Maddie and MJ and Jared, which are all our friends from WWE. And I didn't show you this yesterday because I wanted to wait until I could really capture your attention. Because look what Jared sent me. This is so freaking cool, you guys. So Jared, for a reminder, he's a pyrotechnics guy
Blow shit up, guy.
at WWE. So he sent me this photo of the pyro from last night that he had prepared. Check this out. Here's the pyro. Okay. Do you see all the pyro?
It's got letters on it.
It's got letters on it. He wrote on the pyro things, "Hey, Baker family, these booms are for you."
Wow.
Get the hell out!
That's sick. Shout out Jared.
Jared is so fun.
Nice.
Isn't
love
that
that.
awesome? So those booms were for you last night, Derek.
Blah, blah, blah.
Boom, 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 boom.
And there sure were a lot of pyrotechnics
there
last
was.
A
night.
lot.
I can send this to you, Ellis, so you can.
Oh, yeah, I got a note for it.
You can
Super
put it in
fun.
there. But yeah, that was pretty cool. But it was great to see them. We do have to give a shout out to Drew McIntyre. Drew did help us secure those tickets last night, and
Third row
we
on the
were
floor.
very close. Allison was like, "It's me. I'm the good luck
Yeah,
charm."
she's been on the floor twice. She's come twice,
Oh.
been on the floor twice.
Yeah, second row, third row.
And
Sorry, when I
Katie-
went, we were, 7th row up in the stands.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
That's
sorry.
okay. But Katie was like, "This is no fair. Every time you get on the floor, I'm not there." Katie felt horrible last night. She's like, "I need to just go to bed." But she
Power
was
through
really
it, Katie.
bummed.
Come on.
So the show did start out with Cody and Seth having they were actually having a cordial conversation, but then
The reason Seth wants Cody to find him instead of Roman, which is just kind of
absurd.
So I don't know what's going on between that, but when Drew and the music of Drew McIntyre was on my side.
Well, so Seth and Cody were having a civil conversation, and then Drew McIntyre's music hit, and he came
Like I
out,
said.
and he was not as nice.
Drew was not.
It
Drew
was actually
was-
kind of funny. He said, we're all sitting here looking at you, Cody, thinking, what the hell? Because they're thinking Cody is not going to try to go back at Roman for the big title.
And so Drew was saying to Cody, like, bro, you got to go after Roman. Seth's mine. Like, I'm going after Seth. You go after Roman.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Cody and Seth like weren't as agreeable to that idea, Drew did start throwing punches. And I was texting Drew after the event last night, and I told him what Derek said, because Derek told me that Drew McIntyre is my friend, and I am very appreciative that he helped with our tickets. But I do not like his attitude.
Nor do I like his behavior in the ring.
Yeah. And then Drew responded to me and said something along the lines of like, I'm just trying to do what's best for Cody and me.
Yeah.
I think that Cody needs to go for Roman.
Agreed.
I think everybody
Yeah.
agrees. I mean,
I think
what the
everybody
hell?
needs to go for Roman.
Yeah, I mean,
Gang up on him.
I want to see Cody dethrone Roman. I agree with you. I mean, I love The Rock and everything, but my God, he's been gone for years. He can't come back and dethrone Roman.
Reason when Cody did on SmackDown to bring The Rock into the mix,
Yeah.
that means something right there.
What does it mean?
mean?
That means we might have a championship match at Elimination Chamber. Roman Reigns versus The Rock for undisputed WWE Universal Championship on the line.
Let's go, Dwayne.
But they're not going to let The Rock lose, are they?
They let Cena
Elimination
lose.
Chamber.
That's true. They did
Roman
let Cena
becomes
lose.
the owner of the UFL. That'd be nuts.
Oh my God. Well, I've heard, and Jared was texting me about this earlier. This is from Facebook. It's from a page called the 434, which I don't really know what that is, but apparently they've got like 700,000 followers. So it's like some sort of like news outlet. I don't know. I don't know if this is speculation. Regardless, it seems like an opinion, but Jared sent this to me. It says The Rock is 100% behind Cody Rhodes per WOR, which I think is another wrestling news type place. It's been revealed through Raw overnight that The Rock is 100% behind Cody Rhodes and is strongly pushing the hashtag We Want Cody movement. Rock informed staff to hand out hundreds of signs to fans as they entered the building for WWE to acknowledge the movement. It's being said that The Rock wants to make Cody bigger than the Bryan movement back in 2014 and believes WWE dropped the ball then and doesn't want to do that again. Brian Gerwitz was seen smiling a lot backstage and seems very happy with how things are turning out across social media. So apparently, maybe all those signs that looked alike last night, because there was tons of hashtag We Want Cody signs, but they all looked the same.
I noticed that.
Maybe those were being handed out because The Rock said, hand these out.
Huh.
So I don't know.
Well, thank you for that, Mr. The Rock.
Mr. The Rock.
So I did ask Jared, I'm like,
Josh?
because Jared sent me this. So I'm like, do you think that this Rock versus Roman rumors is just a ploy to distract from the Roman versus Cody thing? And Jared said that he hopes it's Cody versus Roman. But after The Rock's showing up on SmackDown, plus all these injuries and Cody not picking anyone yet with this press conference, I guess there's this big WrestleMania press conference tomorrow or Thursday. Yeah.
Which is, I am going to watch. It's going to be very interesting. I'm really hoping Cody Rhodes choose Roman Reigns. I'm really hoping for that. And I agree with The Rock right now. We do want Cody. We want Cody. We want Cody Rhodes. We want Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. We want to see it. So thank you for that. And they are setting up the match between Roman Reigns versus The Rock. Obviously, I got Roman Reigns with the win.
No.
And move on to
So
Cody
you think
Rhodes
Roman's going to beat The Rock at Elimination Chamber?
Yeah.
And then
And
Cody
then-
will fight him at WrestleMania.
Yes, that was my prediction.
There you go.
Interesting. I just would be
Fatal
surprised
four-way.
if they did Roman versus The Rock
Easy.
anywhere but WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I would be surprised by that.
Fatal 4-way. AJ Styles, LA Knight, Randy Orton, easy. Those three men got beat. Up next will be The Rock, which is The Rock did said this on Raw Day 1. He said, and I quote, "Can The Rock sit in the booth? Can The Rock sit at the table? Can The Rock sit at the head of the table?" So that means when The Rock says to sit in head of the table, they are setting up The Rock versus Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber. I am calling it. Rock versus Roman. It's going to be a banger match. I am ready for it.
Banger match.
For the title on the line. Obviously, I got Roman for sure.
You got Roman over The Rock?
No.
Oh.
I thought that's what you just said. You
just
said I
said
got Roman for sure.
I got Roman. I want Roman retain over The Rock.
So that Cody can take his title.
And then at Mania, it will be Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. And then I'll choose Cody after that.
All
Yeah.
right. Well,
That was my prediction.
Well, last night we were on TikTok Live and our boy Chris Rizzo said, "I keep seeing hashtag we want Cody, but I think what we really need is hashtag we want Derek."
Obviously.
And then Lily agreed and said, "I agree with Chris Rizzo. Let's make we want Derek a thing." What do you think about that, Derek?
We want me?
Hashtag do it for Derek.
Oh. You're good at coming up with these names.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, we did. That was what the hashtag do it for Derek was what we used when we
Tried to get in front of Selena
when
Gomez
we met Selena Gomez. You remember that?
back in
Yeah.
2013.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so back to Monday Night Raw. We did see the 4-way tag team match. That was chaos. Allison
It
was
was.
shocked. She's like, "What in the hell?"
And you think that's chaos? Watch the Royal Rumble.
At one point, they were all laying on the ground, and she's like, "Are they all just laying there?" And I was like, "Yes, they are all laying there." And she stood up and looked at him. She's like, "That's embarrassing."
It was funny.
I know.
I was cheering for
What do you
Ciampa.
mean? They're
Yeah,
struggling.
I was cheering for Ciampa. I would have been okay with seeing Kofi and the New Day
sure.
win too, but I definitely wanted to see DIY or the New Day win.
What about the Creep Brothers?
I don't know them.
I don't know them.
I have no affiliation to them.
Brutus, the Creep Brothers, they were on NXT, and now they're on Raw.
Well,
Okay.
that's great, and
Keep up.
congratulations to them. I think the Creed brothers. I felt like at the beginning of that match, they just weren't really participating. Like the other 3 teams were all going at it for a while before they got tagged in and started participating.
But I was
just an
happy with
observation.
anybody other than Imperium.
Yeah, as long as Imperium didn't win, I was going to be happy. But Imperium's annoying, so I didn't want them to win.
But
And then the Imperium guy's standing there with his hands behind his back, and he's like flexing his pecs. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I was cheering for Ciampa because we met him and he was nice. We met him in
He's awesome.
Nashville, did we not?
Yeah, at that
Yeah, we did.
WWE
Special Olympics
community
thing.
event. So then Maxine came out.
Oh, she's so cute.
I was so bummed because they said Samantha Irvine said
Irvin.
said escorted by Chad and Otis,
And they never showed.
We never got to see Chad and Otis.
Yeah.
So that was a big bummer.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna see Chad and Otis, and then we didn't.
We screamed for Maxine. She said hello.
Yeah, Maxine
That's
said
nice.
hi to Derek. And she also
I like that part.
she did post you in her Instagram story too.
I like that.
That's
I
so
know.
cool.
Gazawa is someone else.
You know,
He's not very big compared to
No,
that Viking Raiders
that-
man.
like the weight differential there between those two
Absurd.
groups, that was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, unfortunately,
was-
that was a very short match.
Pulling through for Maxine and Gazawa, I was saying it could come out short.
Yeah.
It literally it
This
was a
is
short match.
ridiculous. Like, come on.
I mean, the
Why
Viking
you
Raider
late?
is this 400-pound person.
Look
right?
up the Viking
Yeah.
Raider so you know, Ellis. You need to see this
What's
guy.
Valhalla? That's
Valhalla
the girl.
is the
Valhalla.
girl.
And what's the dude's name?
The
So
dude
do you
is
know what
Ivar.
Valhalla is?
Ivar.
Oh, those are large men.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then look up what's Maxine's buddy's name?
Akira Gazawa.
He's in the Alpha Academy. Let's look up Alpha Academy.
I think he's probably Derek's height and not as thick.
Oh yeah, that's not fair.
That's
Mm-mm.
unfair. Unfair, Max.
Valhalla is in the Vikings that Chris and I are watching It's like the heaven, kind of. That's where the warriors go when they are, if they're killed in battle, you go to Valhalla.
I'm watching the Masters of the Air on Apple One. It's about like World War II fighter pilot bomber squadron, and they were like, wherever they landed, they're like, yeah, this ain't Valhalla.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we didn't make it.
It's like the afterlife for the warriors, kind of. But yeah, so then we had JD McDonough versus The Miz, and JD McDonough was accompanied by
Dominic Mysterio.
Dirty Dom. So I did send Dom a pic before the match got started so he would know where we were sitting. Yep. And then when he got up into the ring, he was standing on the corner, and of course we were the only people in the building cheering for him.
Right. Because he was getting booed. Which hurts my heart
so aggressively. He tried to grab the mic at one point to say a little something. Never got to say anything.
It just gave the mic back.
Just ended up giving up, gave it back. And then during the match, R-Truth's music drops. And here comes R-Truth. Didn't even enter down the runway like everybody else. He just entered and started going up into the crowd, throwing out shirts. And this is the shirt he was throwing out.
Nice.
But this particular shirt,
it's a special shirt.
It's a special shirt. He came up
Egyptian
behind.
Cotton?
Yes, he came up behind Dominic, took him by surprise, and forced this shirt over Dom's head.
Dom was wearing it.
Dom was wearing it.
Okay.
And Dom was not happy to be wearing it.
Well, and at that particular moment, like something bad happened in the ring to JD.
Okay.
And Dom had this shirt over his head, so was unable to be of any help.
Yeah. And so then Dom took off the shirt and just kind of like had it on his shoulder. And the match ended. JD did lose.
What is happening? The Miz need to learn. I get it. The Miz is great, man. He's awesome. Guess what? JD is more awesome than him.
Okay.
He's less awesome.
Well, there you go.
I'm the Miz and I'm least awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he lost. He lost, and then R-Truth is funny as shit too.
Yeah.
I love him.
Stop defending him.
I'm sorry. I think he's funny.
R-Truth is a piece of
Oh my goodness,
he's not
Derek.
either. He's so funny.
He's not funny. He's a piece of He need to put his place.
All right.
And last week, Judgment Day, thank you for that.
So then, at the end of the match, Dom still had this shirt, and he walked over to us, and the kid in the front row tried to get it.
Yeah.
And Dom was like, no. And he like tossed it over him to Derek.
Oh, that's nuts.
And then Derek loved it
Yeah, I bet.
until he saw
That I had R-Truth on it. Oh.
And then he was like, he tried to give it to the girl behind him. I'm like, hell
That's
no.
nice of you.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was
pay it
nice,
forward,
but I'm
Derek.
like,
Good job.
Give me this shirt. I want this shirt.
Oh,
And
I
then
should have
Mom
given it
put
to
it
the
on.
kid.
It wasn't a kid.
It wasn't.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't.
No, it was
He
just
an
a gal
adult.
behind him.
No, I said the kid in the front row that wanted it.
Yeah, that wasn't really a
It's
kid
like an
either.
adult taking a baseball away from a kid at the
It
game.
wasn't a child.
It wasn't a child.
Okay.
It was just,
Okay.
probably like early 20s.
Oh, that's way different. Yeah. They don't preserve it.
It was not a kid.
Okay.
A little kid.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I got this shirt.
And Mom put it on right
I
there.
put it on right there.
Haven't taken it off since.
And then Mom and I were
did.
Mom and I were both wearing shirts from Dom because
Yep.
I wore
Nice.
my She's My Mommy shirt to
Hell
the
yeah.
event last night. So
Oh, yeah. That's funny because on the phone today, during
Oh my God.
my job, when I'm doing my work getting email Saturday, I told Jenna, "You're my mommy."
He did.
Okay.
That's pretty much what I said. I said, okay, Derek, talk to you later.
Bye.
It was funny. I was shopping in downtown New Orleans over the weekend, and I was hanging out with my friend Joy, and Derek called me, and I answer, and I'm answering his questions, and then I told him I had to go, and he's not letting me
you go.
And Derek has a bad habit of when you say I can't talk anymore, he tries to keep you on the phone for another 5 minutes, and you have to tell him over and over and over again, I gotta go. And
He gets that from his father.
yeah. And Joy
I
was
bet I do.
Joy was listening to me and she said something when we got off the phone. She's like, had a hard time hanging up. And I was like, yeah, sometimes I get embarrassed when I'm out in public and I know other people can hear me and I'm going on and on being like, okay, bye. And I just feel like people are looking at me like I'm an asshole. And I'm like, it's just what I got to do. Like, I'm not being mean, but I know I could sound mean to somebody else.
It's so easy to fake the breaking up on the call, though. Just Derek,
it doesn't matter.
Click.
He'd keep asking. You either have to say over and over again. Sometimes Chris will look at me and be like, just hang up. And I'm like, well, I know I could just hang up, but
That's even more rude than I gotta go.
Okay,
I gotta go.
Thanks for telling me.
Well,
Gotta go.
that
bud.
happens in the morning, like when I'm taking him to work. Like this morning, he's got one more thing to say. Well, about EO and Bailey and blah blah blah, and I'm like, we'll talk about it on the podcast. I gotta go. I got a 10:30 appointment.
Like, get out
I
of the
really
car.
gotta go. Like, get out and shut the door. Then he gets out, and then he's talking from outside the door. I'm like, shut the door. I gotta go.
You're something else.
You have
bro.
things you need to share. Eyebrows.
That's why we started a podcast, right?
Oh, wait now.
Oh yeah. So then, Derek, you did get upset at one point because our St. Louis crowd was chanting a lot and not being very nice to Dom, and you said that St. Louis does not respect Dom.
Yeah. Like, what the hell? Why? Why? This is my damn friend. That's my brother. You should not do that.
People
Whole
should be
St. Louis crew, all St. Louis, Missouri.
be nice to Dom.
They were
That'd
chanting,
be nice.
Dom, you suck. Dom, you suck.
We did not like that.
So that was happening during the JD and Miz match. But then fast forward, during the Cody match, there was a chant going on. And you thought they were saying, Dom, you suck, again, even though Dom wasn't even out there. And Mom thought they were saying,
Cronky sucks.
That makes more
Cronky
sense.
sucks, which I really think that's what they were saying.
no.
And that was-
No. What they were really saying
Oh, that's not what they were saying?
was Rocky sucks.
Oh.
Talking about The Rock.
Oh.
Because they don't want to see The Rock versus Roman. They want to see Cody versus Roman.
Wow, I was completely wrong. But Cronky does suck.
He does.
Yeah. So both of you were wrong. And what they were actually chanting was Rocky sucks. So that was something I saw.
So I don't think we should be coming at The Rock.
Yeah, I don't.
He's literally the one who brought us back a football team.
Yeah. I don't think we
That's
should
valid.
be coming at The Rock.
Speaking of the football team, the Pat McAfee at one point stood up. He did the Pat McAfee minute.
Mm-hmm.
He gave a shout out to the Blues, the Cardinals, and the Battlehawks.
Cacaw.
So that was pretty cool. And then he did sing and had everybody else sing Happy Birthday to Michael Cole. It was Michael Cole's 60th
Nice.
birthday last night.
Yep.
Pat,
Same
what a
age as your
guy.
dad.
Derek loved
Eric,
that.
Eric's going to be 60 this year.
And
I am not.
there was also a tag team match with Katana Chance and Kaden Carter versus the Kabuki Warriors. But before the match took place, there was the Universal Dance Cam going on. And Derek, of course, got up and he was dancing. And what happened, Derek? You were PowerPointing.
I was doing the dance. And I was funny up there. And tell him, I got you.
And what happened was it was Kaden Carter, right?
Yeah.
It was Kaden Carter who Derek was giving her a PowerPoint, and then she gave Derek a PowerPoint dance back from the ring, and Derek about melted.
Yeah.
And he was pretty damn excited about
He's
that.
still melting.
He was so excited.
I was so excited for that.
So
when that song plays,
yeah, it was like I got you all night. So
I was putting what out there. But
You were.
I loved them.
It was a lot of fun. She was definitely pointing right back
Candy
at
Cutter
you.
got me to dance, and Katana pointing at me as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, they did not take the tag team titles away from the Kabuki Warriors.
No, we would have cheered.
We would have been very excited about that, but that did not happen. Then we had Gunther came out. Boring. The best part.
Boring.
The best part about Gunther coming out was when Jey Uso interrupted it.
Yeah, for sure. And I wasn't even in there.
Yeet.
Except for
Yeet.
Mom missed Jey Uso's
I
entrance.
know. I was
which
so
bummed.
bummed. His
Best
entrance
entrance.
is so freaking electric. It's
It's the
incredible.
best. But you did want to highlight Gunther's accomplishment, so tell me what it is.
600 plus days.
As the Intercontinental champion, right?
Yep.
Derek did text me and say that he had been the Intercontinental champion for 6,000 days. And I said, I think this is wrong. You have an extra 0.
Yeah.
And turns out I was right. Yep. So that happened. Whatever. He trash talked Jay. Jay trash talked him. And then we had a very interesting match to end the night. I'd never seen anything like this. It was a bull rope match. And they were actually attached to one another.
Mm-hmm.
By a rope.
By a rope.
On their wrist, on one of their wrists.
And then in the middle of the rope, there's a bell. And they ring the bell every once in a while.
And they hit each other with the bell. And Cody...
During the match, Cody said, one more time.
Oh, yeah.
And then, bam!
Well, he pulled Shinsuke Nakamura into the corner of the ring where there's the pole or whatever, and then everybody started cheering one more time. So he pulled him into it again. You know how that is.
So Cody did win that match, and then after the match, here came Drew.
Yeah.
There came Drew's attitude again. Drew came out. He did beat up Cody a little bit. Cody was actually bleeding. He posted to Instagram afterward.
Shinsuke Nakamura spit red on him, so you couldn't really differentiate what was the red ick that was spit upon him and the blood. But I think it was on the bridge of his nose.
Yeah, he did actually post on Instagram afterwards that he got 2 stitches. So he was, in fact, bleeding. And Drew did come out and attacked Cody. But then who came out and saved the day?
Let's go!
Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn.
My bro.
Sami Zayn. It was great to see Sami.
It was.
Yeah, it was good to see Sami.
There was a little kid who was sitting down the row from us.
Yeah.
And then he moved up to the front row. And he had the coolest Cody Rhodes jacket on. Did you see him?
Yeah, I posted him on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, I saw him.
I wanted to make sure Cody saw it, so I posted it on Instagram, and I said, little Cody watching big Cody, and Cody loved it.
He was at SmackDown. You don't remember him?
The kid?
Yeah, I remember seeing him at SmackDown.
Oh, I didn't
I don't
remember
know.
that.
He had his hair slicked back.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and he
It
was
was
so cute.
dyed.
I was talking to his dad, and he's like, oh, my God, he's a huge fan. It was so cute.
Speaking of that, they did play a manager with Liv Morgan.
Yeah, Liv was. It did appear that Liv was in St. Louis. We did not see her, but she was here.
Liv. Weed's legal here, so she could have came, did her thing.
One more thing before we move on to the weekly wrestling wrap up, Derek. Kyle sent me this earlier today. There is a writer/producer job open at WWE.
Well, that's cool.
Should you apply for it?
Apply for that.
I think you both should as a tag team.
Here are the key responsibilities. Develop clearly defined yet emotionally sophisticated characters for a diverse group of WWE talent.
Oh.
Descriptive, thought-provoking, captivating, and creative storylines for Raw, SmackDown, and select programming on the WWE Network. Collaborate with a team of writers to build compelling stories that capture a global audience fitting multiple demographics. Provide punch-ups for specific scripted segments, as well as review the totality of the entire episode for continuity and flow. Incorporate consumer insight and social media to deliver impactful storylines that are consistent with the WWE brand and each talent's skill and history. Weekly travel to our shows, Raw or SmackDown, and rotating travel to pay-per-views. Attend and contribute in creative writing team meetings every week at our Stamford, Connecticut headquarters. Do you think you could write the script for WWE?
I think you could be the idea man. I don't know about writing the script.
I'm not sure for that.
No? All right. Well, I told Kyle I'd tell you about it.
I'm not sure. I am too cool writing the script.
Oh, he's too cool for this job.
I think that'd be a cool job.
He's like, I
actually.
need a different job. I'm cooler than that.
You want to be... You want the script written for you.
Because
Derek doesn't do scripts.
That's true.
Derek's more of an improv kind of guy.
That is true.
Because all of my predictions did happen over a year. Like
A lot of your predictions happen.
like Sami Zayn was in the bloodline.
Yep. You did not predict damage control turning on Bailey.
As a matter of fact, you were very much against that.
Yeah, you said last week, I believe, that it was not going to happen.
And
then
it did.
before the podcast even came out, it happened.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was bad.
All right.
Let's move on.
I think it's time to move on to the weekly wrestling wrap-up.
Welcome to Weekly Wrestling
Wrap-up.
Nice.
I have a correction
Wrestling.
from last week. We had a comment on the YouTube. I don't know who made the comment, but you know who you are. It is not Cool Hand Dan. It is Cool Hand Ange. AEW update. Cool Hand Ange. Just so you know. So let's talk about Dynamite. Tell me about John Moxley.
Strange. I'd rather call him Cool Hand Dan.
Okay, well there's that. Tell me
He
about
may not answer to that.
Tell me about John Moxley.
Agreed. Anyway, John Moxley did get a win. I am very impressed right now. John Moxley is one of my favorite superstars in AEW.
Yep.
Wow.
He's pretty tough dude.
He is a tough
Yes.
dude.
Doesn't seem like he takes anybody's shit either.
That's valid.
Well, tell that to Damien Priest.
Okay. Hangman Adam Page.
He got a win. It was the biggest win over the one half of Days of Agony.
Days of Agony.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I am very impressed for Hangman Adam Page with that win.
All right. Well, what about AEW Rampage? Top Flight.
Top Fly is a incredible tag team.
Incredible tag team, and they won.
They did.
Big win.
Big win.
We met them, did
Ooh.
we not? Did we meet one of them when we were backstage at AEW in January?
Only one half of Top Flight.
How about Willow?
She got a win. That was an incredible win.
So let's talk about Collision.
Let's talk about it.
Brian Keith is.
Brian Keith is all elite superstar.
So is he new to the AEW roster?
He's new in AEW roster now.
That's exciting.
You sound excited.
I am so excited for this guy. He is incredible. He's a badass. He's that damn good. Mr. Brian Keith. He's a person like Brian Danielson. But Brian Keith, you know Brian Keith did like every time he competes in
What's
the
he
ring?
do? What's he do?
Brian Keith sit up just like the Phenom, the Undertaker.
Yeah?
Is he as scary as The Undertaker?
Oh, he's very scary when he sit up. Like when he's on the
He
floor,
sits up.
and then
Oh, scary eyes.
nose eyes are somewhere.
Oh, wow. Tell me about Daniel Garcia and FTR.
They got to win the biggest win ever.
Really?
Ever.
Daniel Garcia and FTR just beat Christian Cage,
Yay.
Killswitch,
Yay.
and Nick Wayne. It's about time.
All three of them?
Yay.
All three.
Is FTR
Yay.
two people?
It's really Daniel Garcia and FTR.
So is FTR two people?
Or
There's-
was it 2-on-3?
Can you look up
FTR.
FTR over there?
Is that a group or is that a person? That's what I'm wondering.
It's a
FTR
tag
is a
team
tag
of Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood.
There you go. So it was
There.
3-on-3.
Dax is the bald guy. Remember Dax? Short, stocky, bald guy.
Oh, okay.
That's me.
She's like Alex.
Just like Ellis.
There you go.
He's bald too.
Yeah.
Baldies.
Unite.
Get one.
We rub our heads together and get superpowers.
Superpowers. You're a weird man.
That's funny, dude. All right. Anything else about Daniel Garcia's win in FTR?
Oh my god. I am very happy for Daniel Garcia and FTR.
I'm happy that Kristen Cage lost because he's kind of a jerk.
I'm ready for Killswitch to turn on Kristen Cage.
Yeah, I'm so
Yeah,
there for
and
that.
I go back to Luchasaurus. I hate
Yeah,
that.
Luchasaurus is a way better name anyway.
Yeah, no doubt. Definitely. So let's talk about
No doubt.
NXT. Roxanne Perez.
She got a win over Tana Paxley.
Ooh,
Is that
did
good
you
or
like that?
bad?
It was on a match. It was on a match.
It was what? On a match?
Solid match.
Thank you.
Thank you for the translation.
Gotcha.
It was a solid match.
I heard an H too.
I didn't hear a S in that.
Nope, sure didn't.
Solid match.
But you like Roxanne Perez, right?
I do. I do love her to death because she's amazing. And one day I demanded to interview Roxanne on this podcast one day. That'd be freaking cool though.
Okay.
That would be cool. Tell me about Lola Vice.
She got a win over her former friend, former
Ooh.
tag team partner,
Ooh.
Alexa Lopez.
Drama.
Ooh, there's always some
It's
drama.
about damn time.
Oh,
It's
so
about damn time.
you liked it that they were fighting against one another.
Lola Vice, she got a incredible win, and that was awesome. Alexa Lopez, I am not a fan of hers.
Okay.
No longer a fan of Alexa Lopez. She's the one got interfered with LWL business.
Okay.
Mm,
Don't be interfering with LWO business.
no, not
Exactly. Exactly. So Miss Lopez, whatever you are, I'm coming for you. I am coming for you, bitch.
that. Whoa. Okay, JC Jane did something. What'd she do?
JJ to help out with Andre Chase to save Chase you.
Oh, did Chase U get saved?
So it's still alive? It's not gonna fall apart?
Last week, I thought Chase was done, and thanks for JJ Jade to save Andre Chase at his university. That is awesome. They are releasing a calendar. So, Mom, if you want a calendar, this is your time for that.
A calendar?
Are you saying
Calendar?
Are you saying they're selling calendars to save Chase U?
Yes.
No way.
And you want me to buy a calendar?
You should buy one.
And what? Okay. All right.
Sure.
I think we need a
Buy
Derek
multiple.
calendar.
Yeah, we definitely need a Derek calendar.
Not me. Just get Chase U calendar, not Derek Baker.
Colander or calendar?
Do you know what a colander is?
It's something that you pour the pasta in to get the water drained.
No.
Calendar.
Bingo.
Okay, got it.
With dates
With
and months.
days and months.
Okay.
He's
You
like, yeah,
should
that
get
one.
it.
We'll
All
look
right.
into it.
So tell me about Tiffany Stratton on SmackDown.
Oh, she came in hot, didn't she?
Yes,
What'd
she
she do?
She just pretty much came in and said, I'm here to stay and I'm going to kick everybody's ass. And then she proceeded to do that. Who'd she fight? I can't remember.
Mission. And that's funny because Tiffany slapped.
Mitchend, I think. That's what I said earlier, right?
You did.
Yeah, it's one
But
of
then
Bianca
you called
Belair's.
him like Mia Yim or something.
One of Bianca.
Mission, is the same thing. Tiffany slapped Mia in
Oh,
the face.
Mitchin. Michin. Got it. Mitchin.
Yeah.
Is that the same as Mia Yim?
I don't think so.
I think it's two different girls. They're buddies with Bianca. She slapped one of them in the face behind.
And that was Mia, yeah.
Okay. And then she fought the other one. Or
Tiffany slapped Mia and then beat Mia after that.
in the ring.
What a badass girl. I
One
can't wait to meet Tiffany
badass
Stratton.
girl.
Okay. What did The Rock say when he came out on SmackDown?
He didn't say a word.
They didn't say a word.
What?
He and Cody hugged each other. They had a little conversation. They were
It was
talking to
cute.
each other, but you had no
was
idea
cute.
what they said. Cody was smiling. He walked away, and Roman just turned around and looked at, or The Rock turned around and looked at Roman, and they were on opposite sides of the ring, and then they walked until they were nose to nose, and not a word was spoken, and then the show was over. And I'm like, Derek, are you kidding me? Like, that's the end of the show? Like, what the hell?
Oh, cliffhanger.
Very,
that.
very big
This would be a
cliffhanger.
very-
Too bad The Rock didn't come to St. Louis to tell us why they left us on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, I
That would
know.
be sick.
It's a SmackDown thing, though, not a Raw thing.
Yeah, well.
The Rock will probably be here, though, because did you see that the UFL Championship is going to be here?
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
The Battle Dome. That's what they're calling it now.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
They'll sell that damn place out.
Oh, yeah. 60 plus. Let's do it.
Io Sky is a backstabber.
Not funny.
And
I want to know how it went down.
you will.
Tell me.
You will.
Now's the time.
Well, there was a I don't know, not premonition isn't the right word, but there was a little.
Just so you know, Paul Heyman just gave the microphone to Cody Rhodes. That means Paul Heyman actually is going to return before Mania happened.
Oh, another prediction.
Interesting. So tell me what happened with EO.
So backstage, EO was talking to the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi
Asuka
Sane.
and Kairi.
Yeah.
Are they talking in a different language?
Some of it was in a different language. Apparently, they all speak Japanese.
Yeah, and they were
And
talking shit on Bailey.
They were talking shit on Bailey, and EO said something along the lines of Bailey is going down. And then they all giggled and walked away, and then you saw Bailey standing in the door. She had heard the whole thing. And so then she came out, and of course they were acting like they were her friends, and they were all in the ring. And then she started talking about Rhea Ripley, and then she said, but sometimes people that you think are your friends aren't really your friends at all. And then Bailey said something in Japanese, and EO got this look on her face like, holy shit, she understands what I'm saying. And apparently it wasn't very nice, whatever it was that she said. And then Bailey said, I'm coming after you, EO.
And after that, Asuka, Kairi, and EO shows attacked Bailey, and Bailey was repaired, got the pipe.
She had a pipe hidden like on the side of the stage by where the stairs are, and she pulled the pipe out and then went after him.
And right after that, Bailey said, and I quote, about that announcement, EO, I will see you at WrestleMania.
Mic drop.
Nice.
And she pointed the pipe at the WrestleMania sign.
And now it's going to be Bailey versus Io Sky. I don't know why Bailey choose her, because she actually turned on you. I get it. I'd agree with Bailey. You shouldn't have done that.
Okay, so this morning I was talking to Allison, and she was asking me about this whole damage control thing, and I was telling her how EO, the Kabuki Warriors recently joined Damage Control, and EO and the Kabuki Warriors are all Japanese, so they've kind of teamed up together, and now they turned on Bailey, and now Bailey's become a hero, probably, because I was telling her how they typically don't have a hero and a heel fight each other at Mania, or they typically don't have two heels fight each other. They typically have a hero and a heel. And Allison's like, what is heel and hero? And I was like, well, there's, good guys and bad guys, and there's the heels, which everybody doesn't like the heels, or that's what they're designed to be. They're the villains. And then there's the heroes, and they're built up and they're good and everybody loves them. And she goes, Bailey was hitting them with a pipe.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, they still fight each other. The heroes still throw punches.
Yeah.
They're just not painted as villains anymore.
Right.
She's like, okay.
Oh, yeah. I remember. Bailey said, and I quote, Io, what happened? You and I and Dakota bring the damage control to the top. Io, what happened? And right after that, they attack her.
That's
Io
true.
Sky. What happened?
Forget that part.
Oh.
Forget that part. Io Sky, let me remind you, damage control is always be on top. You know why? Because they are on top. Damage control will be on top. I'm here to bring us there. I'm here to bring us damage control on top. What you do, you backstab Bailey. You backstab me. You cannot do that, bro.
All
Okay.
right.
Thank you for your rant. Rant over.
This is stupid.
Okay.
This is really stupid. You broke my heart.
Oh.
You broke my heart. I want to trust you. I don't know what to do right now. You're making me take away your title. Don't make me do that. I got that title in the first place. I handed you the money in the bank. I handed you that title. And what you do, you backstab me and Bailey at the same time? What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? So at WrestleMania, that title will go to Bailey because I'm done with you. Me and Bailey were taking that title off you, and we'll make sure that will happen because Bailey and Damage Control and Dakota Kai, Becky Lynch, whoever wants to help Bailey out, Bailey is coming for you. She's taking that title, and that's end of you. You should not do that.
Okay.
You made me cry on this podcast.
Okay. No more tears. We got to move on. Thank you for your rant. Thank you for your feelings. Big feelings.
There's a reason I want Dakota.
I know. All right.
I want Dakota. I want Becky. Please.
Be on Bailey's side.
Oh my God. Hashtag Dakota Kai and Becky Lynch. Please.
Please be on Team Bailey, please. All right, let's talk about NXT Vengeance Day results. We had Trick Mello Gang versus the Wolf Dogs, and what happened?
The Wolf Dogs won.
Okay, and that means that they won the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, yeah?
Yep.
Is that a big deal? Were you happy about it?
I was so happy for that.
Okay, I love that. And the NXT Women's Championship, there was Lyra Vakira versus Roxanne Perez.
Yes.
Two of your favorites.
I know.
Oh, man.
It was difficult.
It was difficult. So who won?
So difficult.
Well, that match was insane.
Yeah. Who won?
Hell of a good match, and out of nowhere, triple threat. Triple threat match.
Somebody jumped in.
Somebody had been in that triple threat, and that was Lola Vice, the winner of the women's breakout tournament.
Right.
That happened. She cashed in the opportunity, that breakout tournament. Out of nowhere, Lyra Valkyria still the NXT Women's Championship. I am happy for Lyra retain. I am pretty upset for Roxanne. She would get no rematch. So yeah, that happened, and apparently Lola Vice failed that cashed in.
So Lyra Vakira won.
Yeah, Lyra won. Very interesting.
Okay. What about Oba Femi versus Dragon Lee?
Oh my God, that is a brutal match.
Brutal. Who won?
Honestly, Oba Femi is a badass.
Yeah, did he win?
My God. Yeah, he did win. And Dragon Lee, he put one hell of a performance out there. I am very impressed. He did not win his title. Not okay, Oba Femi is still the champion. So I'm pretty happy for both men right now.
And what did Carmelo Hayes do?
Oh, he's a backstabber too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Who did he backstab?
Oh, I know who.
Well, tell me. I don't know who.
I think I know.
Who? Was it Trick?
Before the match between Dragunov and Williams happened, that match was super good. Dragunov retained. And after the match was done, out of nowhere, Carmelo attacked Trick.
Which was his buddy.
And now I know who it was.
Who?
It was Carmelo Hayes attacking him back in October. Some friend, huh?
Yeah.
Some friend.
Boy,
Some friend.
friends in the WWE are short-lived. I've come to find out in the
That's
last
true.
couple years when we've been watching this stuff with you.
Yeah, that's valid.
Well, that is true.
Even family.
Let
The
me
Usos.
Yeah, well, the Usos, the Mysterios.
I know.
Carmelo Hayes, I'm coming for you.
Okay.
You should not do that.
Okay.
You should not do that.
Okay.
Thank you. So I do want to note there was a video of the Rock and Roman moment, and it has the most dislikes of any YouTube video in the history of YouTube videos.
Really?
The last time I saw it was over 300,000 dislikes. Most of any
hot.
YouTube video of all time. Interesting. Jared also had another rumor that he
Tidbit.
shared with me. He said that CM Punk was originally supposed to win the Royal Rumble, but with Seth getting injured, they couldn't do Seth versus Punk anymore. So they switched it to Cody winning, and then they ended up dodging a bullet because Punk got hurt, and they wouldn't have been able to have Punk at WrestleMania anyways. So that's an interesting note. That is all we have time for today. If you are a wrestling fan and you have friends who are wrestling fans, you should
You okay over
probably...
there?
you should probably tell them about Baker's Bantering, because as you know, we've got a lot of hot takes and we talk about a lot of wrestling. If we got to meet you last night at Monday Night Raw, it was so wonderful to say hello to you. Thanks for coming to say hi. Derek absolutely loves getting to talk to you guys, getting to talk wrestling, getting to meet people, getting asked to take pictures. It's wonderful, and we are just so thrilled to get to go out and meet you guys. We do still have Baker Banter merch. It is on bakerbanter.com. You can find it at the link in our bio. You should check it out. If you have a special occasion coming up, maybe a birthday, maybe somebody you love has a birthday coming up, you should find us on Cameo. We can do a little special video shout out for you. Derek and I have a lot of fun with those. And that is all we have time for today. Thank you to Drew McIntyre for hooking us up with awesome tickets to Monday Night Raw last night.
Thank you, Drew.
And by the time this comes out, there will be a Super Bowl champion, and we sure do hope it's the Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.
Or Frontenadas, but go Chiefs.
There you go, Derek.
All right. We'll talk to you next time. Peace.
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 Hey.